Number 1. Sigiriya Rock. Sigiriya Rock suddenly emerges from the jungles of Sri Lanka. It's a massive rock fortress rising 200 meters high. It is said that its appearance looks like a castle floating in the sky. The one who built a fortress on this strange rock was King Kashyapa, who killed his father and seized the throne. To prepare for the approaching enemies, he built a castle in the sky in the middle of the jungle. On the rock face, elaborate murals still remain. And halfway up, it is said that a giant stone lion statue once guarded the entrance. Even now, only its front legs remain, silently looking down on those who visit. In time, the king perished, the palace became ruins, and it was swallowed by the forest. Later, it was once used as a place of training for Buddhist monks, but eventually it was completely forgotten. Even today, some areas of the rock remain restricted zones, and rumors persist that the throne infused with curses, where the king collapsed in death, still remains there. The summit that the king once risked his life to reach still towers in silence, untouchable by anyone. 2. The Richat structure in the heart of the Sahara Desert in northwestern Africa, there exists a massive whorl stretching 40 kilometers in diameter. Its name is the Richat structure. Another name, the Eye of the Earth. This strange terrain, spreading out in concentric circles, on the ground appears to be nothing more than hills. But when seen from the sky, its true form finally emerges. Too geometric, too perfectly shaped. The leading theory is that it was created by natural erosion, yet voices persist. Could it be the traces of an ancient civilization? Could it be the remains of Atlantis? Furthermore, human bones and stone tools have been discovered in this land, evidence that people once lived here. But when, why, and where they disappeared remains a mystery. Who created this whirl? Or is it truly the work of nature, circle far too perfect? It is as if the earth itself is staring back at us. 3 Mustil ruins in the desolate deserts of northwestern Saudi Arabia. There are countless keyhole shapes carved into the land, visible only from the sky. Their number, just those confirmed, exceeds 800. These are the mysterious structures known as the Mustil ruins. Mustodal means rectangle in Arabic. However, their actual form is a long, narrow handle, with a circle or partition at the end. Truly a keyhole shape. The oldest are estimated to have been built around 7000 BC, considered traces of a civilization older than the pyramids. From the ground, they are nearly impossible to see, and their full form can only be grasped through aerial images, such as those from Google Earth. Archaeologists speculate that they were places of livestock worship or ritual, but inside, intentionally piled stones and animal bones have been found, giving rise to the theory that they may have been used to seal something away. Buried in the sand, these keyholes remain unanswered mysteries. What door were they carved to be opened? 4. Nazca lines on the dry land of southern Peru. Giant drawings are carved drawings invisible from the ground. These are the world-famous Nazca lines, spreading over an area of about 50 kilometers square. This site contains more than 300 figures and lines, hummingbirds, monkeys, spiders, and even shapes resembling astronauts. The longest stretch for several hundred meters, and they are believed to have been drawn more than 2,000 years ago. The sky alone can their full form be seen. And yet, despite everything, what spreads there are patterns so precise, so carefully calculated, that they form vast geometric designs. In that era, there was no such thing as aviation technology. So why? And for whom were such massive figures drawn? Some theories suggest they were related to the stars and the movement of celestial bodies. Others argue they were ritual or sacred sites, created with the assumption of being viewed from above. And still others whisper they were messages intended for those who came from the sky. The Nazca land, with little wind or rain, seems almost as if it were chosen for the very purpose of preserving them. These giant drawings carved into the earth. Even now, they quietly continue to gaze upward at the sky. 5. Stonehenge on the vast plains of southern England. Massive standing stones are arranged in a circle. This is the world's most famous, mysterious structure, Stonehenge. The standing stones reach heights of up to 7 meters, with some weighing over 40 tons. They were built about 4,500 years ago. It is said they were transported from quarries located tens of kilometers away. Why were the stones erected? Who designed them? For what purpose was the circle drawn? The answers remain shrouded in mystery. Some theories claim it was an astronomical observatory, accurately aligned to track the movements of the sun and moon. Others believe it was a sacred site used for rituals or burials. No decisive evidence has ever been found. Before civilization left behind words, what did humanity entrust to stone? Stonehenge, even now, silently holds within the wind the prayers that were never spoken aloud. 6. King Khufu's Pyramid, a giant triangle towering in the desert of Giza, Egypt. The Pyramid of King Khufu is a structure like a mountain of stone, with a height of about 140 meters and a base length of 230 meters. It is said to have been built 4,500 years ago by stacking more than 2 million stones. One stone weighs on average 2.5 tons. Stacking hundreds of thousands, even millions of them, the ancient Egyptians created an almost perfect square pyramid. However, the exact methods and tools used in the construction remain unknown. Also, inside there exists the king's chamber and the queen's chamber, but surrounding these spaces are many mysterious air shafts and sealed-off spaces. And in recent years, new unknown cavities have also been discovered. Who built it? For what purpose? And how could they construct such a building? As a symbol of power, it is far too elaborate. There is no way the pyramid is a tomb. Those who claim so still believe that ancient technology lies dormant inside. 7. Barringer Crater in the wilderness of Arizona, United States. A huge hole about 1.2 kilometers in diameter and 170 meters deep gapes open. This is the Barringer Crater, a giant structure that most clearly preserves the trace of an impact on Earth. About 50,000 years ago, an iron meteorite, about 50 meters in diameter, struck the ground at the tremendous speed of 12 kilometers per second. Its explosive energy is said to have been equivalent to about 150 times the Hiroshima atomic bomb. The fact that the crater was born from an impact was scientifically proven only relatively recently. And until the late 19th century, it was believed to be the trace of a volcanic eruption. Later, prospector Daniel Barringer insisted, this is the trace of a meteorite. And because he carried out excavations and research over many years, his name was left on it. Today it is also known as a tourist spot, but if you stand at the bottom of the massive hole, the fact that this was created by a strike from the sky will make anyone hold their breath. This hole is not just a trace, but a memory that the universe engraved upon this planet.